Let's do it one more time. Ready?
We should make up our own noises.
Say I won't. It's cold. Woo.
Go! Count it down from 3, 2, 1! Nice fishing, everybody!
Hi, my name is Roland O'Donovan Stanley, and I'm 18 years old. I think what I like most about my family as a whole is just the love that they've given me, the support they've given me. All throughout my life, they've always told me, I can do whatever I want to do if I set my mind to that. And they didn't just tell me that, but they would provide, and they gave me this platform to be able to do that and to achieve that. If I could tell my dad one thing, I would tell him that he is hilarious. My dad is a funny person. He gets the job done, but he does it in a fun and playful way. My dad has always been there for me. He's always been very supportive and encouraging. And I think I've learned a lot of my traits from my father. He's taught me how to be respectful to people, and he's also taught me how to have a fun time. If I could say one thing to my mom, it would just be thank you. Thank you for all the sacrifices you've made for me. Thank you for all the things you've done for me. Thank you for waking up early every morning and making my breakfast and making my lunch and making sure that I'm taken care of. And thank you for all the pestering questions that you always ask me to make sure that I'm okay and that all my needs are met. And just all the sacrifices you made, they've been nothing but encouraging and empowering in my life, because they've encouraged me to make a difference, encouraged me to make change. And just all the things you've done, I would just say thank you. Well, I have an older brother he's 22 and he's hilarious. He's absolutely funny. Him and we've always been pretty close growing up. I was always the pestering, annoying younger brother, and he was always the bully big brother. But it's been really great as you get older, how you and your siblings, your relationship develops, and you go from being this pestering little brother to being, almost like a tight brother, like the brother you want to be. And it's been really cool seeing that develop in my brother's life and my own life personally, because we've become really close. And I know that I can always rely on him, I can always count on him My brother's he's a very caring person. He doesn't always like to show it, but he's a very caring person, and I know that I could call him any time of day, and he would answer the phone, and he would talk to me, or if I needed help, that he would be there as fast as he could be. So I have a younger sister. She's 15 now, and she turns 16 in the next 2 weeks, and that's pretty crazy to think about. You see, with my sister and I's relationship, it's kind of funny because she's the younger sister and I'm the older brother in this picture, so I was the bully essentially, and she was the younger, pestery, annoying sister. But it's been really cool, like I said with my brother, how that relationship has really changed, and I've become really close with my sister. And I hope that I can be that bigger brother that'll stand up for her, that'll protect her, that'll always be there for her, that can, if she calls any time of day, I'll answer the phone, and I hope she realizes that if she ever needs anything, all she has to do is call and ask me. And it's really funny though, the relationship between all of my siblings, because I'm the middle child. And everybody knows the middle child's the one that gets picked on the most. You get ganged up on by the younger sibling and the older sibling. And it's been really cool though, because as the years have developed, our relationship with all of my siblings have just been amazing. What I remember most about middle school is actually how the whole building smelled like corn. I know it's kind of odd, but I just remember how the whole school smelled like corn. And every morning when you walked in, you smelled corn. And every day when you left, you smelled corn. I know that's really funny, but it's just one of those things that I really remembered about middle school. And I'd say another thing I really remembered about middle school was just how awkward I was. I mean, middle school is a weird place. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's a safe place exactly, because they put a lot of awkward people in one building. That's a little weird, if you ask me. But I learned a lot in middle school, and I'm really thankful for all the teachers who really helped me along the way, and all the mentors that I had, and all the other people that really helped pull me along in life and helped give me an edge and help me continue on, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to continue on. Well, I think my favorite song is definitely Blank Pages by Taylor Swift. Just kidding. Actually, my favorite song is Stay or Leave by Dave Matthews. Have you heard that song? It's a good song. Stay or leave. Yeah, I'm not going to sing it. I can't sing very well. My perception of high school has really changed throughout the years. When I first went in, when we're in 8th grade, all our teachers tell you is, oh, high school is so difficult, high school is so hard. But then you get into high school and you don't find it as this difficult, hard place, but you actually find it as this place that is just encouraging you to grow, and you don't see that as difficulty. But you actually see that almost as like a challenge to do better. And it's been really cool just throughout the years of high school, how that's really been applied to my life, as I've been really pushed and really challenged to do more and achieve more. And it's been really great to see that. My most memorable high school experience is actually when our football team, my junior year, was doing really well. And we got put in this poll where you would vote for your school. There was like 4 or 5 different schools in there, and you would vote for the school that you wanted most to win. Fox 5 News coming to your school and doing Fox 5 Sports in your face. And it was really cool, because actually a lot of our class time was spent voting. So we were sitting there on our smartphones just voting all day long, and we were losing. We were in last place. But then our principal comes over the intercom and says, "Teachers, if time allows, wink, wink, allow your students to get on and vote." And it was awesome because time allowed. And so we all got on our phones and voted, and we won. And so the following week, Fox 5 News came to our school, and they did their whole Fox 5 Sports thing that they always do. And it was so much fun. I mean, we got to school super early, and we had this huge pep rally, and it was on live television. And our principal just got so enthusiastic about it. Someone gave him the microphone. I mean, there was too many emotions going on. He probably shouldn't have had the microphone. But someone gave him the microphone, and he gave the best pep talk I think I've ever heard in my life. And then to follow up with that pep talk, someone put on the Whippin' Nay Nay. And of course, he gets out there, and what does he do? He does the Whippin' Nay Nay. And I think that is the funniest thing ever, is that video of him doing the Whippin' Nay Nay. And that's probably one of my most memorable high school experiences. If I could summarize my high school experiences into one like life lesson, so to say, I would say just don't be too hard on yourself. I think that's the thing I learned the most in high school. You're going to fail. You're going to go through things that you don't want to go through. But at the end of the day, it makes you a stronger person. If I could give any advice to upcoming high schoolers, I think what I would say to them is just enjoy it while you can. It's crazy. Yesterday, I feel like I was just coming into 9th grade, and now I'm walking the stage today. At 2 o'clock, I'm walking across the stage, and I'm graduating high school, and it's crazy. In the next couple months, in the fall, I'm going to go to the University of North Georgia in Dahlonega. And I picked this college because it's away from home. I really wanted to get out. And also, it's a lot cheaper than most other colleges. And I mean, I'm a frugal guy, let's be honest. I eat McDonald's dollar menu a lot. I want to major in international business. And I want to do that because I would love to travel the world. And I would love to do that for my job. And I would actually love to take that and maybe do something different with that. Maybe start my own company or maybe start my own nonprofit organization. I would love to start a nonprofit organization, and I'd love to start one that really focused on broken families and maybe establish orphanages in different countries. And the reason why I want to do this is actually because last October, I went to Guatemala. And as we're in Guatemala, we're staying in this compound that's right next to a hospital. And so we went one day, and we went to tour the hospital. So as we go in and we're walking around, we walk into this smaller room, and there's these children in there, and there's 2 infants and 3 children in there. And it really just, I was like, whoa, what are these kids doing here? They weren't in hospital beds or anything. It was almost like a bedroom. It was set up like that. And the hospital staff began explaining how these kids were orphaned, these kids were abandoned. These kids were either abandoned when they were born in the hospital and the parents said we don't want them, or they were dropped off at the doorstep. And so by law, the hospital has to take them in. And most of the children have medical issues that cost a lot of money that they can't really afford to pay. And so unless outside money is coming in, they can't afford the medicine for them. And that really broke my heart because I was like, just because they were abandoned by their earthly parents doesn't mean their heavenly Father will ever abandon them. And so I was like, what could I do to change this about the world? And so I was like, well, what if someday I could start a nonprofit organization that did that would change the world through that established places for kids to know just because they were abandoned by their earthly parents doesn't mean they were abandoned by their heavenly Father and that He loves them, regardless of any circumstance in their life. I am not nervous about entering college at all. No, I'm really terrified. College is going to be exciting, and I'm really excited to see what it has to offer for me. I am a little nervous, just because I really don't know what I'm going to see or what I'm going to, really do. And it's going to be really cool. So there's mixed emotions about it. Well, I'm pretty excited to leave home. Don't tell my sister that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to get out because I don't know why. I'm excited to, but at the same time I'm not because my mom's a great cook. She's an awesome mom. So I'm going to miss my family a lot. But I think it'll be really good for me to move out and move on. When I move out, I would definitely miss my sister. My sister and I have a pretty good relationship, even though she's really mean to me sometimes. And we really, our relationship is awesome because it's been kind of built on our morning car rides. Every morning to school, we ride in the car on the way to school. And she sits next to me, and we'll just kind of sit there, hang out. I'll be driving, she'll be sitting there, and then sometimes we'll talk, and sometimes we won't talk. But it's really cool because I've really noticed, in this last year, just kind of sitting in silence with my sister has been an awesome thing. Because I feel like siblings' relationships there's always some kind of rivalry going on. It's been really cool to just kind of sit and hang out with my sister. I have multiple girlfriends, and I think college will definitely affect those relationships. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any girlfriends. I'm what you would call single as a Pringle. And so I don't really have to worry about that. That's pretty good, I think. in 10 years, I could see myself, having a family. Hopefully I've started one. I want to be younger parents. I think that'd be really cool. My parents were pretty young, so they were a lot of fun. I don't want to be that old parent who's too tired to go out and hang out and do fun things. I could definitely see myself, maybe working at a nonprofit or working for a company or corporation and seeing where things like that go. Because I do plan on starting a nonprofit sometime in my late 30s, if resources allow, and if it's in God's will, of course. I think the most pressing problem really facing our nation is divorce. I mean, the divorce rate is over 50% right now, and I think that's completely devastating, especially coming from divorced parents. And I definitely would love to see that change, and I would love to see more relationships last, and I would love to see better decisions made by both sides of couples. And I definitely think that is a very pressing problem in our nation today, and in fact, it's a very sad problem. I can make the world a better place by being the change that I'd like to see. I believe that change doesn't start with the group, but I think it starts with the individual. It starts with the individual person deciding to say, okay, today I'm gonna live different than others. Today I'm gonna live out the change that I wish to see in the world. And I believe that is one way that I can change the world, is by being that change. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to my parents, my siblings, my grandparents, just all my family and all my Vine Church friends. They've been very supportive of me throughout my life, and it's been really great to get to know them, and it's been really great to grow with them. And it's really funny because this morning my mom was like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "Nowhere, Mom." And she's like, "No, where are you going?" I was like, "I gotta go do this thing." And so, Mom, I want this to be kind of a surprise for you. I want this to be something that you can turn to when you miss me, and when you just want to see me. And I really just want to let you know that I love you so much, and I thank you so much for everything you've ever done, for all the support and all the love and all the care and all the sandwiches. They're very good. Thank you.